Hello, it's Wednesday afternoon. I still don't have cable, internet. Comcast so royally screwed this up. We made the appointment last Friday for them to come out, and I think I've explained we had to coordinate with the apartment on the end of the building so that they could get access to the attic, so that they could go into the attic and run the line from the pole into our apartment, because what's in there is analog and it needs to be changed out to digital. So we made the appointment last Friday for Tuesday between noon and 2, and by about 2:35-40, no one had shown up yet. No call, no text, no email. So my husband, who had gone over to his classroom to check to make sure students didn't need his assistance for the lab they were doing, came back home. One of the students has his number in case they needed some assistance. He just was coming back home to check to find out what had happened. So he gets home, there's no cable guy, so he gets on the online chat thing to talk with them and find out what's going on. And he was told, no, the ticket was changed. They should be there somewhere between 6:30 a.m. yesterday morning to 11:30 p.m. He said, but you have to come into the apartment. The gentleman at the end probably goes to bed about 8:30, so you need to be here before 8 p.m. to do the work you need to do. Oh, no, it's not a problem. We can do it from the outside. No, you can't do it from the outside. So, he thought he had gotten it squared away with the people. They were going to be here by 6. "6:30, there's no one here." And they always advertise that app online that you can find out where your Comcast person is, to see how far away they are from you, for your appointments. Well, they don't use that in this area, so you can't do that. So he comes back and, he's upset. He goes back down, tells the fella, doesn't look like it's going to be here today. Got to reschedule, I'm sure. So then he proceeds to spend the next hour rescheduling. And when he finally got the thing where, he had them call us. So they called back and was talking with him. And they kept saying, well, it could be done from the outside. They still have time till 11:30 p.m. And he said to him again, read to me what the ticket says. Now the tech that came out wrote up a ticket for the order, so all we had to do was give them the ticket number and they could schedule the appointment, and they knew exactly what had to be done. Well, the guy reads that there's a wire loose on the outside that's dangling. Thomas said, no, that's not our order. Now the fellow that I talked to Friday, we discussed exactly what needed to be done. So, who changed the order? Who changed the ticket? And the fellow said, I don't know. Thomas said, well, they need to be fired, because that's not what my ticket read. And he read to him exactly what he sent to the fellow Friday. And then he read back to the fellow exactly what the gentleman told him was going to happen because he had him send him an email with what was going to be done, the work to be done. And the fellow says, well, we'll have to reschedule then, and he made him go through the whole thing, checking everything, And he said to the fellow, he goes, I pay for over 600 megabytes per second. And for 2 weeks I've had no internet. And now you're telling me that I have to be happy and wait another couple of days to get this repaired when you guys changed the ticket. And the gentleman said, well, we show that you're getting more than that. And he said to him, because I'm yelling in the background, it takes me an hour and a half to watch a 7-minute video. The download is 0.2 megabytes per second. Well, are you sure it isn't the modem? No, your tech checked the modem. Everything's fine except the line that's in the wall that goes up to the attic, goes out to the pole. So they're coming again tomorrow. And the fella said, well, we tried to contact you. And he said to him, how did you try to contact me? Well, we sent you text and we sent you email. No, you didn't. So he went over everything that's on the account, and he had the fellow send him email telling him exactly what time they would be here and what they were doing. And in the meantime, he's writing a letter to his senator about the monopoly and how you can't sue these companies. And I'm like, calm down, honey. It's going to be okay. Eventually it'll get sorted out. So maybe tomorrow. So when I upload this, I'll be out in my car uploading it. You gotta laugh. I mean, come on. So anyway, the fellow offered him to give him another $20 off for the month. He said, well, I've had less than a week's worth of internet. I think you should give me the entire month free. And he told him, he goes, they've already given me $40 off. He said, I think you ought to just give in and give me the full month. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, today I have shout outs for you, and there are a lot. First is Claudia. She is from Germany. She is also the person behind the Scentbird crochet. She does quite a few things. She does some paper crafting and some genealogy, but she crochets. And she has some beautiful designs as well. So check out Claudia. Then there is Blue Star Crochet, Veronika Cromwell. And as you can tell, it's crochet. She also has a blog under Blue Star Crochet, which she is featured in a lot of the blog hops, and also gives away a lot of free patterns. I have one on my list to do that is a Tunisian pullover, and that was a freebie on her. It's a freebie on her blog, and it was one of the freebie giveaways sometime this week with one of the blog posts. So check her out as well. She does a lot of catch-ups, just what's going on with what she's doing. Other things, that are going on crochet-wise. Then there is Crojo Mojo. Her videos are real short and sweet. I don't know her first name. I think there are 3 or 4 videos, and they're like 2 to 5 minutes long. So check her out. She's basically just showing some of the things that she has finished. Hopefully she'll get a little more at ease with this and film a little bit more, show us her face. So Then there is Pauly's Crochet Creations by Tori Papp. And Tori she shows off finished items she's made. She also does a lot of yarn hauls and reviews of the yarns. So I am enjoying her videos as well. There is also my Marvellous Crochet. This is Melika. Check her out. I'm enjoying a lot of hers. I think she's got 4 or 5 now. And yeah, check her out. Then there is Crochet by Night, and I'm sure most of you know who this is, Veronika Ronnie. She has been in a lot of the lives, and I believe she is part of the Yarn Hookers. No, maybe not. For some reason, I'm thinking that she's either been on the Yarn Hookers or part of it. And the Yarn Hookers is made of Whippy Chick, Katrina's Crochet, can't remember the other two. Yarn Geek. For some reason, it's just escaping this old brain. So, but you know, if you watch any of those guys, you know what they do. You know, once a week they get together and do a StreamYard podcast. You know, together with the 4 of them. And if you did not see last week's, you really need to go watch it. It's mistakes. You know, they're crocheting mistakes. And Ginger's is absolutely hilarious. So I almost peed my pants watching it. The next fellow is Tom, and this is the Needling Hooker. And he started out as just doing crochet and has learned to knit. He has a tutorial for, I believe, a scarf and cowl set today. And he informed us that he's moving across country to be closer to his mother. So, but check Tom out. And of course, then there's David Browning. Everybody should know who David Browning is. He is one half of the Bearded Purl podcast, but he is also venturing out and doing his own. So check him out. Then there is Ingrid's Inspirations. Ingrid has been mostly just showing us some of her finished items. Check her out as well. There is Piece4PeaceCrafting Podcast. This is Michael. And Michael, a fairly new knitter. He's also a crocheter, but a fairly new knitter. And he did the sweater with the foxes on it. You know, knit it, color work. It's absolutely stunning. And he talks about how it's not the way he wanted it, but not bad for his first one. I'm like, Michael, it's fantastic. You know, some of us have been knitting for a while and couldn't turn out that kind of work. So check him out. Then there is also 3 Bad Stitches. And this is a group of 3 friends. Gavriela, Michael, and Seniya. And they get together with I believe it's StreamYard as well, and do a podcast together, knitters and crocheters. So, and they're a lot of fun, so, you know, enjoy them. Then there, of course, is Sarah Oliver, Crochet and Knitting. And in parentheses, it's also called S.O.C. TV. And if you know who this is, if you've been a part of the holiday along 2020, she is the other half of Katrina's world. Katrina's. There's 2 Katrinas, okay? I'm getting them confused. But she also does a podcast where she talks about what's going on, talks about how many miles ketchups that we've gone around the world in the holiday along. And she also lots of times shows off some of the prizes that are for, getting around the world and that kind of stuff. So check out Sara's channel as well. Then there is Krystal, the TheYarney Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady Walker. Yes, it is a mouthful, but she does have quite a few interesting videos. She shows the animal life around her, but I'm enjoying Krystal's videos as well. And I'm sorry about the throat thing. It's toward the end of the day. And then there is Pitchfork Fiber Podcast. This is Hunter. He is a knitter. Today he put out a video on how to over dye a finished knitted item. It's beautiful. And he walks you through it. It's about a 4 to 5 minute video. So check him out as well. And the last but not least is the needle and the hook. These are best friends. I believe they're in the Philadelphia area. Jessie and Kitty. Jessie is the crocheter, and I believe Kitty is the knitter. I don't know if she does both. I've only watched a portion of their video, but I will tell you so far they had 3, I think, up. Maybe 4. But you might want to have the sound down when you first start watching it, because they do a very boisterous hello, and it scared the snot out of me. So you might want to have it a little low till they get through that hello, and then watch the rest of it. They're quite a pair. They're a lot of fun as well. So as usual, the list with the links will be down below. I have put all the links into tiny URLs so that they will stay permanent, so it's easier to find. Sometimes I've noticed that when people change their channel names and you have the link with just the video listed, that when you click on it, it won't go to the new channel with the channel name. But so far, when I've done that with the tiny URL, they do go through. And of course, it's a little easier to see, so you could copy it if you needed to copy it and paste it into your internet browser. I'm telling you, the brain is fried today. So anyway, I'll see you in a little bit. This is going out to the car to be uploaded. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. And I'm going to practice a little kindness with that poor technician that's coming out tomorrow. Because I'm sure when my husband comes home from his lab, he's not going to be nice. The fellow's going to appreciate some kindness. All right, everybody. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.